What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And let's get into it, my friends. It is the 12th day of August, and here we are at about $0.005 right now. 9 hours, 2 minutes left in the day. We have come up a little bit, but looking like we want to come back down, right? I'm wondering, I actually haven't checked, but I'm wondering how many people in the comments have uh, said, haha, you were wrong. It's like, dude, a little volatility, a little volatility. Don't get too excited, man. And also to the downside, don't get too depressed if we move down a little bit more, right? The expectation at the moment is to go down a little bit more. If I remember correctly, I think it's like 0042 to 0041 is the target area intended, right? 00414, yeah, sounds about right. So maybe 0041, a little bit closer to that, 00414, the 382. This level here, the Fibonacci retracement level. So that's where I expect we're going to go. Let's check in on this and see if anything new has happened, because, you know, sometimes you go to bed, you wake up, and there's some new stuff going on. Got a nice little wick to the upside there. Probably with Bitcoin, right? Was that whenever Bitcoin moved up? Let's see. Bitcoin moved up last. I mean, it's up now. Yeah, it kind of pumped 2 hours ago too, actually, right? The high was last hour, but it pumped 2 hours ago, and that was 2 hours ago. So yeah, probably just got a whiff. Maybe the whole crypto market had a little bit of a whiff. I haven't checked out all the charts yet, but low here to a high here. Golden ratio to the 236, a bit volatile, but nonetheless in a bearish posturing where it would take us lower. I would at least, and when I say at least, I don't mean that this is where we're going to bounce. I'm just saying at a minimum, I would expect we go down to about 0048 or 00484. Okay, something in there at least. If not there, then lower, and likely lower, right? If at least is here, that means likely. That implies likely is lower. So, you know, you've got 0046, 0044, and then of course the golden, or the 382 comes in at this 2272 area, where with the 2272, it's very common to actually wick just below there, just as it is very common. If we zoom out here and we look, I might have to go on the daily time frame. Let's see. Why is this not deleting? There we go. Low to high. The 382, no, that's not right. That's not where it is. I might have to go to the daily time frame. Yeah, okay, here we go. Come on now. I should have just done the daily. The 382 here is lining up exactly with that 2272. So I'm just saying both of these, it's very common to interact with this line by wicking a little bit below it. So if that's at 0041, and these are pretty significant fibs, I would say, you know, a little bit below, that's fine. Maybe we do go down to 004 itself, but something between 00414, 004, it makes a lot of sense to me. Let's look at these indicators, okay? Rejecting the overbought zone after getting oversold, not a nice look. You got overbought in the stochastics, but you didn't do much with it. Now you're crossing the 50. You're also looking like you want to reject the zero line here on the 1 hour. So all things pointing to the downside on these indicators. Nothing too dramatic, but just a thought there. Where's the countdown? Oh, it's a new hour. That's why. Okay, it just started a new hour, so that's exactly why. 4 hour time frame here. Looking at the 4 hour, yeah, we're in a downtrend. If it's not obvious, if it wasn't obvious with anything else, let this be obvious to you at least, right? We've got lower lows here, lower highs here. Typically, these downtrends do end once you're in the oversold zone. You get some like bullish divergence. So a slightly lower low from here. You know, 0047. I think 0041, 004. That's fair enough, right? That's not actually too slight, is it? Maybe we get rid of this or bullish divergence. Maybe we don't actually get it. We get a lower low, and then we move up. You don't need bullish divergence to move up. You know, you didn't have it here and you still moved up afterwards. You didn't have it here and you still moved up afterwards. So you don't need bearish divergence to move down either. But you did have it here before you moved down. Anyways, 4 hour candle also looks bearish. Stochastics rejecting the 50, bearish. MACD, it's bearish. It's not too bearish, but it could definitely promote some more bearishness for sure over the coming hours, over the coming day. Daily time frame here. Right here, you know, closing this day green, we got 8 hours, about 9 hours left. If we close this day green, you do set yourself up to bounce off the 50, which, hey, last time you did that was pretty damn good. You've rejected the 50, it's promoted some results. That's a good thing, right? You know, if you bounce off the 50, but I don't know if I'd weigh too much on that. You know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I don't really care. I doubt that you do. I'm not expecting that personally. Stochastics look like they want to get into the oversold zone. The MACD just crossed red, so probably lower, yeah, on all accounts. So 0041, 004, somewhere in that area, that's what I'm thinking. 00, what was it, 0047 or 0048 at the lowest, at the least, at the minimum. 004 at the lowest, I should say. Most likely in that 00414, 004 area. Okay, that's my expectations. And then from there, ZBCN, you know the rest. You're going up to $1 billion, maybe at some point. I don't know. Probably anywhere from 2 cents to 4.5 cents, maybe higher, but sometime I would think in September. That's where you're going to go. A little bit lower first, find support, and then balloon all the way up. Right, you're going to have your balloons taking you to the promised land. Those are the balloons of bullish greatness. Can't you tell? Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. All right. Bye bye.